put anything on it. It doesn't, the water table's too high. So yes, I'm not a fan of septic systems around here because of the fact I always get blamed for every problem. And it's not me. The problem is not me. I didn't do it. And I always get drug into the deal. So, and it's expensive. God bless America. It's expensive. So I try to stay away from septic systems unless the soils are really, really good. And if their soils are really, really good, they're great. As long as you've got water. And a lot of, you can get water. There's more availability of water than there is sewer at times. So there's not many pieces of property around where if utilities are not provided, that you're going to get a conventional system that would be affordable on a per lot basis and be able to buy the land with it. Mm. And on the second part is almost like treatment facilities. You can put treatment facilities on your property. They take land, they take acreage, and the systems are, $1.5 million. So you have to come out of pocket for that. You probably can't borrow any money on it. So you have to have a lot of cash. So there's a lot of dynamics. You got to have money to do that. You have to have a lot of cash. You got to know exactly what you're doing. The regulatory process takes forever. So it's easier just to get utilities. And if they could provide utilities, and I'm pointing over at Cape Fear Public Utilities Authority because they're right over there. If they could get you the utilities in the county together, they would be able to expand. And because usually utility expansion has been in the past from private developers. So a lot of this utility expansion has been extended from people like me and like, other builders and developers in town. And they have come up with some creative ways to help us out with that. But it used to be just us. We expanded utilities, and then they would take them, possession of them, and then we would pay impact fees, and then they would be serviced. So we were kind of like a good old partner, we thought.
And so I think the real importance of that, specifically for Emily here, who asked the question, I'm sorry, for Debbie, who asked the question, I apologize, but it is make sure that before you're purchasing this land, that you're having conversations with Heath and his team, maybe about how they can develop. If that is your exit strategy, have those conversations.
Yeah. You can't, land is worthless when it comes to real estate unless you're able to provide a utility avenue, however that is.
Absolutely. So don't get yourself into a bind by just buying land because you see it's available at an affordable price, but you haven't done your research. And now all of a sudden, to Heath's point, it's going to cost you $1 million, $1.5 million that you can't even get a loan for, right, in the first place in order to actually make it developable.
If there's anything around right now and it's cheap,
there's probably a reason.
There's a reason why it's cheap.
So keep that in mind, guys. All right. So the second part of her question, of Debbie's question, was: are you allowing buyers to pick out cabinets and countertops, paint colors, and so forth and so on?
Yes, we have. We transitioned this at by far the worst time you could possibly do it. We upgraded our software, and you can tell how I guess they like it. I don't know. I'm not such a fan of it because it's kind of like customized for us, and we had to do a lot of the work ourselves. Mm-hmm. And but the short answer is yes. It is. We have an easier way. Our plans have been all updated, and they have been drawn, and now we have put them in the system, and we have options. Yes, you can pick the standard options on our plans. Mm-hmm. And we have offerings, and you have design center meetings. I believe there's 2. Don't hold me to that because if my design people are going to kill me. But you have you have one meeting. Mm-hmm. You pick the items that I need to get a permit and get started, and then you have a second meeting, and that's where you pick all of your fixtures, your tubs, your tile, your carpet, all the stuff, your paint colors. So yes, we do offer that. We do have inventory too. So if I release a 30-lot subdivision, a new phase, and I release 15, and then I have 5 inventory I put in there, or 10 inventory. Those 10 inventory have been selected. We do have a time frame inside our system that will allow you to pick. If you go, I can't live with this, your selection of carpet. Well, there's a time frame that it runs through the process where we're able to make those changes. So yes, we are very flexible,
Mhm.
and it takes more resources to do so. But we're very flexible, and then on the custom side, it's hard. But, so of course that means we do even more than what we do
Right.
with our Bill Clark Homes communities. So yes, we do that. We take pride into it. We take a lot of pride in it.
Excellent, excellent. And Debbie says, thank you for answering that. That's amazing. So the last real question that we have, so guys, if you guys have more questions, please put it in the chat. But the last question that we kind of wanted to touch on, and in your experience in the past, let's just say 2 years, because that's obviously when the pandemic really started to impact us. What are you seeing most with house sales currently? Are they primary homes, secondary homes? Are they investment properties?
That'd be a great, and COVID, people moved. Are they moving back? I don't know.
Good
So
question.
we don't know that yet. So I was hesitant to answer. The people that build in Pender County and New Hanover County, this is their primary home.
Mm-hmm.
Like mine, I have a primary home. That's where I live because I live here. I work here. This is my community, or our community.
Yeah, right.
The VA. What are their orders? They go where they're ordered.
Mm-hmm.
That's that. And then that's going to be probably a temporary. And then in your other markets, I haven't pinned it down. A lot of retirees, they're permanent. Yes. But I do have customer service, or we have our warranty team and our customer service team. And they send in their requests, and then they say, I'll be back in town in 3 months. Can you schedule it for me now? Because we're going back. We get that too. I would say majority of the retirees, this is where they have sold and they live here. And this is where they have taken up their last home. But there are people that have secondary homes here. This is some good stuff around. There's some good stuff around here where you can could be a vacation or a summer home. And it's right in between, from their kids going to school. They don't want to go all the way to Florida or Georgia. And they happen to take it here. And we're seeing a lot of that everywhere, even in Greenville, believe it or not. We've seen a lot in Greenville with that. And that's really never been, they've been retired, but not many. But Greenville is a big town. It's a little big town. It's only an hour from Raleigh right now with the new, the roads. So, but I think that a lot of people are moving to North Carolina because it's just a good spot. Climate's good. It's close to where they are and where they need to be, and it's not too far. But it's just a great place to live. Around Wilmington, if you can experience the real treat of Wilmington, North Carolina, or the beach in the area, the coastal towns, all the roads that go to the Oak Island, Ocean Isle Beach, Sunset Beach, Southport, all of these. It's great. Think about Surf City, all that, all the way down. It's just such a great place to be. I think it's a lot of retirees.
I love it. So, obviously you guys see that it depends on the market. As you talked about, there's 3 major markets. There's 3 primary different clientele, if you will. They all have different strategies, but I do love the fact that you said, hey, we haven't even been in this circumstance long enough to really determine if they're investment properties or not, because we haven't seen if they're leaving again.
I'll see it later once they become, I have more interaction with them. But yes, I think that they have, this is a theory, but I've never seen sales like this before. Okay. So I've never seen this. So this is a theory. And this is what I'm thinking a lot of it is. The people that were moving and they were migrating to here, they had more money than they thought they did, because when they came down here 2 years ago, I'm referring to this huge surge in the past year. Okay. This is a huge surge. they said, "Oh my God, I got this money. I got a house here. Did you see what sound? Can you believe we can buy that for 350,000 or 300 grand?" They got it. So they're saying, "Let's go. Let's leave this here. Just have somebody, come check on my house here. Let's get the hell out of here." They left, and now they might go back. But they're still going to keep coming back and forth. But I bet there's a lot of circumstances where people just said, I can't go to work. They're banning me from going to work. I don't know how long this is going to last. I can work remotely on the internet. Let's go move to Wilmington. You said you wanted to move to Wilmington. Let's do it now. Let's go ahead and do it. We can get a house for $350,000. Now it's gone up to $450,000.
Yeah,
that could change.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's hard for us to really pinpoint values of properties, like you mentioned, because who are we to determine what somebody else values the property at? And if they have just cash out the wazoo, they may be willing to pay $100,000 over.
That's right. And we haven't found that. We haven't found that spot yet.
Yep.
The custom site hasn't found that spot yet.
Yep.
The our Bill Clark Homes community, we haven't found that spot yet. I'm more cautious with that. With the custom side, I own the land and I did put the development in, so there's the difference. I also need to get through it. That legacy side is a lot purchase. I can value the lots and say, you know what, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not, I just won't buy the lot.
Yep. And
then we're okay. So that's a little different. And there's a lot of builders. Yeah, there's a lot of builders in town now. So they're coming from everywhere.
Yep.
And I don't know what. And if you look at the activity, you're like it's like a head scratch. You're like, I mean, what do you look at? How many? Where's all the? But it is very productive in Brunswick County. New Hanover County would be incredibly productive if there was more land. If you look at the map, there's not a lot of land left that's usable in New Hanover County.
Yeah.
So you got to be cautious for that.
And for those of you who aren't aware, my background is in real estate as a real estate agent, as a real estate broker. And to the same point there are so many new entries into the market as new builders, new real estate agents, new loan officers, whatever the case may be. Right. But, they're coming in because the market's hot. So their recent success isn't necessarily a tribute to their experience levels and things of that nature. So keep that in mind as you guys are interviewing or entertaining builders and agents and loan officers for your future deals. Now, looking here, doesn't look like anybody else has any questions, but I know for a fact some of our guests here have lots of land that they own free and clear. We have a couple of contractors here as well. So if somebody wanted to reach out to your team, who would be the best, or what would be the best contact for them? Because I'm pretty sure you're a busy man, so it may not be you. It may be your customer.
For land, my land development manager.
Okay.
You can call me. Call me anytime. I'm here every day. I pick up the phone. My phone rings. I pick it up. I don't have who's calling. There's none of that. So I pick up the phone. I'm still part of as far as I'm concerned. If people want to talk to me, I need to talk to them. My development manager.
Okay.
Who worked? He does it in Greenville. He comes down here twice a week, and he's a great resource. We were just talking about a piece of property here right 5 minutes before I got on this call. And so I think that he's a great resource. I could give you that. I would personally give you his contact, and we're looking, of course, we're looking for land. We're looking for, you're always looking for good pieces of property, because you always can get out of a good piece of property. So even if you overpay, you can still get out. If you buy a bad piece of property, you can't get out of it. If you pay too much for it, you're in trouble. So there's your tip.
Love it. Love it.
Contact the office of Bill Clark Homes, and you can just ask for me. And if I'm here, I'll pick up the phone.
Perfect. And then from there, guys, like you said, he'll point you in the right direction. So I think it's extremely important, again, for you to realize that to have those conversations, have those hard conversations up front. I'm sorry. There was Julia says, I can send our land developers contact